my name is Krystal, and thank you so much for tuning in today. This is a 30-minute prenatal yoga flow. It is suitable for all levels and all trimesters. Prior to flowing with me today, please make sure that you have spoken with your provider and that you have gotten clearance to either start or resume your yoga practice. For today's practice, you will need 2 blocks, your mat, and a bolster or a rolled up blanket, whichever you have. We are going to start today's class in thunderbolt pose. So you're going to go ahead and sit on your feet, bringing your knees together. Take 2 blocks or your bolster if you have it, and go ahead and wiggle those underneath your tailbone so that you have some nice height. If it's too much pressure or uncomfortable with your knees together, you can definitely bring a space in there to allow for your growing belly. Go ahead and come up onto the knees for 1 second to do a slight tuck in the pelvis, and exhale as you slowly float down on top of the blocks, feeling your sits bones really connecting. We are going to start today with some grounding pose. So we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. To do this, you're going to go ahead and put down your index and middle finger. You're going to have your pinky and ring finger together and your thumb. We're going to go ahead and close off the right nostril as we inhale through the left for 1, 2, 3, 4, pinch, and then let go of the thumb to exhale on the right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale on the right, 2, 3, 4. Use your thumb to pinch, and then exhale as you let go of the left for 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pinch. Exhale on the right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pinch. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale on the left, 2, 3, 4, pinch. Exhaling on the right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pinch. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Allowing your hand to float down, breathing in through both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling again, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 2, 3, 4. With the next inhale, bring your right hand to place on your heart, your left hand to place on your belly. Softly close your eyes, not altering your breathing in any way, but letting it be organic as it flows in and out of you. Realizing that with each breath, your body is not only able to oxygenate your body, but it's able to oxygenate and nourish the growing baby within you, or babies. Just allowing the breath to be heavy, feeling that connection between your heart and the life inside of you. Just as your body knows how to breathe and your heart knows how to pump, you will know how and when to bring this baby into the world. Taking a moment here to set your intention for today's practice. Softly allow your eyes to open, fixating on the floor in front of you, blinking a couple of times. For the next inhale, we're going to bring our arms up towards the sky, grounding down through our sits bones, dropping the shoulder blades down our back, and exhaling as the fingertips slowly float down towards the mat. Again, inhale, maybe the gaze comes up to the ceiling, and exhale as the hands float back down. Inhale as the fingertips float up towards the sky. Maybe taking a small back bend if it's comfortable for you, and exhaling as the fingers float down. This time as we inhale, our hands float up towards the sky. We're going gonna leave our left hand up and we're gonna allow the right fingers to float down towards the mat. Grounding into the sits bones, we're gonna reach over with our left hand towards the right, making sure to keep that left sits bone down, the left hip down. Gaze is under the armpit. Creating space. Taking a few breaths here. Allowing the inhale to raise that left arm back up towards the sky. Gaze comes back up and we're gonna float the right hand up, allowing the left hand to float down with the exhale. Finding those sits bones, grounding the right hip down as we lean over, feeling the side body stretch. Creating length on the right. Gaze again is under the armpit. Finding the stillness, finding the quiet. Next inhale is going to bring the right arm up, the left arm is going to float up to meet it, and then exhaling both of the fingertips down towards the ground. Go ahead and place your hands on your belly. We're going to drop the right ear to the right shoulder, feeling the stretch in the neck. Just hovering here for a moment. Allowing the chin down to exhale down towards the chest as we bring the left ear to meet the left shoulder. Pausing here, remembering to drop the shoulders, allowing them to slide down the back. Stretching the right side of our neck. We're going to exhale again, chin to chest, bringing the right ear to meet the right shoulder once more. Taking a few breaths here. And then breathing the chin back down towards the chest, left ear to the left shoulder. Creating that space again on the right side of the neck. Next inhale is going to bring our head back to neutral. We're going to go ahead, place the hands on the thighs. We're going to inhale forward with a straight back. Exhaling to the left, exhaling back as we curve the spine, coming over to the right, creating some nice big circles. Allowing the spine to wake up gently. We exhale as we create that C curve back, and then inhale as we allow the chest to open forward. Exhaling back, inhaling forward, exhaling back, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then this time as we inhale forward, we're going to change direction as we now sway ourselves clockwise. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then this time as we inhale forward, go ahead and use your hands to press into your legs to bring your spine back to neutral. Take a second here to once again ground those hips, grow the length. Inhale the shoulders up towards the ears, exhaling them down the back. Bring yourself to one side, take the blocks out if you were using them, and this time we are going to come onto all fours in our tabletop position. Take a moment, and if you have blocks, make sure that you have them at the back of your mat. We're going to use them in just a second. So this time as we come into our tabletop position, we want our knees to be directly below our hips, our hands to be right below our shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide, middle fingers face the wall. We're going to inhale as we allow the belly to become nice and loose, coming into our nice cat pose, or cow pose. Inhale as you start to tuck the pelvis, round the back. If this is too much on you, take it nice and slow. You can always keep a flat back. Chin tucks into chest. Inhaling back into cow. Exhaling, tucking the pelvis, rounding the back, chin to chest as you come into cat. Inhaling back into our cow. Exhaling, cat. Gonna do this 2 more times. Inhaling, cow. Exhaling, into cat. Go ahead and open your knees a little bit. And this time we're just gonna do a little puppy wag. So we're gonna bring our right hip out, looking at our right hip. And then we're gonna turn to do the same on the left. Pop the right hip and swaying over to the left. Swaying over to the right, left, right. One last time on the left. And now this time we're gonna bring in, kind of put it all together and just bring in some nice spinal rocks. So making nice, big, exaggerated circles, allowing the chest, the shoulders, the low back, everything just to open up here. Doing this one, and one more time. And this time when you come up, go ahead and reverse it so that you're doing nice, exaggerated spinal circles the opposite way. This is your practice, so learning to listen to your body and finding however this movement feels best for you. Go ahead and find stillness. We're gonna tuck our toes and we're gonna inhale our hips up towards the sky as we come into our first downward dog. Take your feet nice and wide so that you have room here. Pressing into the palms, pushing yourself back. If you need to pedal out the feet, feel free to do so. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Go ahead and find stillness. We're going to take 3 breaths. With that last inhale, go ahead and begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. We're going to come into our malasana or our yogi squat. This can be a really intense pose. It's also one of the best poses that you can do to prepare yourself for labor. So we're going to hang out here for a while. If your arches are really high, it can be hard to go fully flat. You can always take a towel or roll the back of your mat to create that extra support. If you have your blocks, you can go ahead and take those as well and put them underneath your sits bone. Finding the flat feet here, bring your hands to prayer position, and you're going to want to hook your elbows in the inside of your knees and really use those elbows to kind of pry and pull those hips open. Pressing the hand into your heart. We're going to find the stillness and the quiet of the pose. So we go inward for 3 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, allowing the eyes to softly open. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands down towards the mat. We're going to walk forward, coming into a tabletop position. Inhale into your cow. Exhaling into cat. Go ahead and tuck those toes, coming into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. And one last inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back to meet the feet, coming down into our yogi squat, either using your block or coming into it however is comfortable for you. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down towards the mat, walking back forward into our tabletop position. Inhale into our cow. Exhaling into cat. Tucking the toes, coming up into downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Another inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into your yogi squat, either with or without the blocks. Taking a second to inhale, second to exhale. Hands come down towards the mat, walking forward into our tabletop. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. We're going to cycle through this 2 more times. Walking the hands back towards the feet, coming into your yogi squat. Inhaling, hands into prayer position. Exhaling, hands to the mat. Walking back down into tabletop. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Tuck the toes. Inhaling up into down dog. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands walk back down towards the feet, coming back into our yogi squat. Inhale, hands up into prayer position. Exhale, hands flow down to the mat. Last round for this as we come back into our tabletop. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Tuck the toes. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The hands back towards the feet. And this time, coming into our forward fold. If you have your blocks nearby, go ahead and grab them to help create some additional space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands come to shins for a half lift. Pressing tailbone back, head forward, creating that length. Exhaling back down. This time inhaling all the way up into our mountain pose. Taking your time to be nice and slow. Allowing the hands to come into prayer position. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. In case you became lightheaded, we want to take everything nice and slow and make sure to listen to our bodies. Inhale, allowing the gaze to softly open. We're going to go ahead and take our blocks, if you have them, and we're going to step our left foot forward as we come into our warrior 2. I'm just going to put the blocks down by the side on the left side. So my left toes are pointed forward, my knee bends, my back right foot's at a 45-degree angle, my hips are tucked, my arms are straight out at my sides. Go ahead and flip the palms up and then turn the palms back down to allow the shoulder blades to sink down. Taking a second here to hold the pose. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Trying to remember to smile. That third exhale, we're going to allow the back hand to float down the back right leg, bringing the left hand up as we come into our revolved warrior. Staying here for 3 breaths. The next inhale, we're going to allow that left arm to pull us forward into our side angle. We're going to bring the forearm on top of the left thigh. We're going to take our left hand onto our belly and inhale that right arm up towards the sky. Gaze can either be up or down at the floor, whatever is more comfortable for your neck. Taking a moment here, check in with ourselves, to check in with our baby, to grow our strength. The next inhale, that right hand is going to pull us back up as we revolve. On the inhale, we're going to exhale, side angle. Inhale, revolved warrior. Exhale, side angle. Feeling here how much easier it is when you allow the breath and the movement to work together. When you hold the pose, there's a lot of tension that can build up. But when you're able to go with the breath and flow, it makes it more bearable. This is a great tool for labor. Our next inhale is going to bring us up into warrior. We're going to go ahead and inhale back into our warrior 2. And now we're going to come into our 5-pointed star. So my toes are pointed out towards the corner of my mat. My spine is long. My hands are out towards the sky. Go ahead and bring the hands back behind you. Allow them to clasp if they can. Pull down to open up the collarbone. And then we're going to inhale as we allow ourselves to come forward with a straight back. When you're ready, allow the hands to float down towards the mat. Finding your blocks, placing your blocks underneath your hands. Creating space. One more inhale, and with the exhale, we're going to walk our blocks over towards the left. Maybe this is enough for you, and that's perfectly fine. Make sure that you're kind of out far. You don't want to create this cinch here, but you definitely can walk them out to the side and still have a nice open space without any compression. If you want to take it deeper, you can go ahead and fall into the stretch, allowing that hip to open. Remembering that during pregnancy, our body releases relaxin, so we can go deeper into poses than actually when we're not pregnant. But we have to remember that so that we don't overstretch or hurt ourselves. And instead of giving 100% during prenatal yoga, you should really give 80% because of that relaxin that's being released. Allow the next inhale to bring you back up, bringing the blocks back into the middle, taking a second here to do a half lift to reset. Exhale as we fold, walking our blocks over towards the right foot. Staying here. Once again, if you want to go deeper and it's in your practice, go ahead and fall into that right hip. Using your blocks to help create space for your belly. here for one more breath. Allowing the next inhale to bring us back up, walking our blocks back towards the center. Inhale for half lifts, exhale as you fold. Inhale for half lift. This time we're going to take those right toes, turn them towards the front, and we're going to bring our right forearm onto our right thigh, coming into our side angle. Go ahead, bring the palm of the hand to the belly. That left arm's going to reach up towards the sky. Gaze can either be up if it's too hard on your neck. It can be in the middle, or it can be down at the toes. If you feel stable and comfortable, take a second to softly close the eyes, reconnecting with your baby. Finding the stillness, finding your quiet, remembering to smile. Next inhale, that left arm's going to pull us back up as we come to our warrior two. Gaze is over the middle finger. Taking a second, turn the palms up and then exhale the palms down, so allow those shoulder blades to sink down. Holding the pose. Feeling the energy that is building up, feeling the power of your legs, the power of your body. Holding for one more breath. And then with the next inhale, left arm brings us back down, right arm comes up towards the sky, and finding that beautiful revolved warrior. And then finding the flow with the breath as we inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, coming into a revolve. Inhale, side angle. Feeling how that connection between breath and movement allows the pose to be that much easier. You're still burning a lot. You're still creating that fire, but the breath and the movement helps take away. Perfect. Finding our warrior two. Go ahead and windmill the hands down towards the mat, coming onto all fours. Bringing the big toes to touch, knees are going to open wide. We're going to come into child's pose. Depending on how far along you are, you may want to put blocks underneath your forearms to help create space. Allowing your body to relax, feeling the support of the ground beneath you. Allowing the breath to be organic. With the next inhale, softly push yourself back up, moving the blocks away to the side of the mat, finding your tabletop position, tucking the toes, coming into down dog just for 1 second. We're going to inhale the right leg up, and then we're going to exhale as we bring the right knee to meet the back of the right wrist. You might have to wiggle that back leg back as we come into our pigeon pose here. Pigeon is so wonderful for prepping for birth and helping to open the hips. It can be a really intense pose for some, especially if we're really tight. You can either take your bolster, a block, or a blanket and put it underneath that right hip. You can also use the blocks for your forearms so that you don't have the compression of your belly on your leg. Finding whatever's comfortable for you, allowing yourself to melt into the pose. Closing your eyes and allowing yourself to go inward. Taking another inhale. Exhale, starting to walk yourself back up, allowing yourself to actually fall on that right hip. And we're going to bring the left foot up. We're going to hook the left foot onto the knee. And we're going to do our twist here, but we're never going to twist closed when we're pregnant. We're always going to twist open. So we're going to use the same arm and the same leg. So left leg, left arm. You're going to take the left elbow, hook it inside the left knee. We're going to bring the right arm back to our sits bone, finding the ground behind it. And we're going to just slowly begin to twist at the low back. Gaze is still forward. Twisting at the mid-thoracic spine. And then going ahead, and if it's comfortable for you, allowing the gaze to either come to the open wall or back behind your shoulder. Taking another breath in, and exhale as you release and unwind. We're going to bring our left leg back behind us again. Find our palms on the mat. Tuck those left toes. Coming back into our downward facing dog. Shake everything out. This time, left foot lifts up. Left knee meets the back of the left wrist. Go ahead and walk those toes down. Get your blanket. Get your prop, whatever you have to pop underneath that hip if you need the support. Bringing a block in front of you for your forearms so that you're not compressing your belly on your front leg. Inhaling, exhaling everything out. Melting into the pose. Allowing the ground to support you. Finding the stillness. Remembering to smile. And with the next inhale, softly pressing the hands down into the mat. Removing your block or prop if you used it. Coming to sit on that left hip. Swinging the right foot around hooking the outer right ankle on the left knee, hooking the right elbow inside that knee, using that elbow to really get into the twist as we twist it open. Left hand comes behind. Taking a second to get into the twist slowly. Twisting with the low back. Keeping the gaze forward, mid back. And then finally coming to bring the gaze, if comfortable, over that back shoulder. Remembering to smile. Finding the stillness. One more breath. And exhale as you release everything. Go ahead and grab your bolster or your blocks if you have them. We're going to come into our Savasana now. So we're going to come onto our left side. Go ahead and place a block in between the knees. You might want to do one in between your ankles. Coming down, we're going to bend this left arm to create a pillow for our head and neck. You might want to go ahead and bring that right hand onto the belly. Allow the eyes to close. So we come into our final pose for the day. Feeling the support of the earth. Feeling the love and the life and the light inside of us. When you're ready, allowing the toes to wiggle, fingers to wiggle, eyes softly open, pressing the right hand into the earth, coming up into our easy sitting pose, removing your props, finding a comfortable position. Bring the hands to heart center, closing the eyes, bowing the head. Feeling the heart beat in the chest against the thumbs. It was an honor to practice with you today. Thank you for this opportunity to share in your journey and help offer guidance. And remember, just as your body knows how to breathe and your heart to beat, you will know how to care and love and nurture this baby. Namaste.